I have the board here. This is configured in 110 120 volts. In order to configure this to 120 volts, you need to short this two connection here. I already done that. I connected it inside the board. As you can see, this is the jumper here. Before we test the board, I would like to talk a little bit about voltage doubler, because this board does not use the power supply of this board does not use a power factor correction circuit. Instead, it uses a capacitor voltage doubler to double the voltage from 120 volts to 240 volts. So this is what the circuit looks like, the voltage doubler. So when the board is configured in 220 volts, this connection here to going from here to there is open, but when in voltage doubler mode, this connection and that connection is shorted. Okay, first we're going to look at the 220 volts configuration of the bridge rectifier. So this are live here, this is the neutral, the return, and this is our input signal. This is the primary voltage. So in this case, this will be the 220 or 120 volts. So when the positive signal, this one here, the one with the plus sign, this is the negative signal, the one with the negative sign. So when the positive signal comes in, it passes through this rectifier here, and then it goes here, and then it charge this capacitor, and then it also go here, it's also charge this capacitor, and then it goes here, then it passes this rectifier, and then it goes back to neutral, completing the circuit. So the positive signal of the input primary signal charges both capacitor in 220 volts operation. When the negative signal comes in, it comes here, passes this rectifier, it goes here, charge this capacitor, and then also pass by this capacitor and also charge this one, and then it goes back here, go back to the neutral, completing the circuit. But in voltage doubler mode, this 2 point here is connected, it's shorted. So we're going to look at what the positive and the negative primary voltage go. Okay, so when the positive voltage comes here, it passes by this rectifier here, charge this capacitor, and it goes here, goes back to the neutral, completing the circuit. So in voltage doubler mode, it only charges this capacitor here, but it does not charge here. That is with the positive signal. When the negative signal comes in, passes this diode here, goes here, charge this capacitor, and then it goes here and goes back to neutral. So in voltage doubler mode, the positive signal charge this capacitor, and this negative signal charge this capacitor. So in voltage doubler mode, the capacitor only receive half the charge when compared to the full bridge operation. So this is the time, this is 60 Hz. So one full signal is about 16.6 millisecond. So in full bridge rectification mode, this capacitor are charged for 16.6 millisecond because the both signal passes both capacitor. So the total charge for the total charging time for both capacitor is 16.6 millisecond. But in voltage doubler mode, its capacitor only receive 8.3 millisecond of charge. So for reference, 1 second is about 1000 millisecond, and 16.6 millisecond is 0.016 second. 60 Hz, and we're going to measure the time from here to here. That is this one cycle of signal, 60 Hz signal. So I'm going to press cursor here, and we're going to choose time. Already adjusted this one here. From here to here, you can see the time here. So that is 16.6 millisecond. So to get the time, 1 divide 60. So 16 millisecond. Yeah, 16 millisecond. So as you can see in voltage doubler mode, its capacitor is only being charged half. Now that is out of the way, we're going to test the amplifier now. But first I'm going to Okay, so that is our input voltage, 116.5 volts AC, 60 Hertz. We have a 10 ampere current limit. So I'm going to measure the voltage output of the power supply of the board first. Okay, so that is the voltage output of the power supply, around 150 volts. So I'm going to increase it maybe to 117 volts, so we can get 150 volts. Okay, so 117 volts. Let's measure that again. Okay, 150 volts. We need at least 253 volts peak to peak here to get 1 kilowatt. Okay, so we want 253 volts peak to peak. Okay, so trip. Let's increase the current limit to 11 amp. So that's 254 volts. So this thing can really do 1 kilowatt at 120 volts. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. See you next time.